understand that we are in control more than we give ourselves credit for. It's my pleasure to be with you all today. I'm so excited about today. And I'm going to start with this story because I think we've all got our own stories in terms of what we've been through in the last year. Each of us has these moments in our lives, days when our lives actually change, the trajectory of our life shifts. And I think COVID last year was one of those moments. And so we're going to step into a little different story. I'm going to step back a couple years to Tuesday, August 28th in 2018. And I was headed into a meeting with an executive team of a company. Stepped into the office. It's Tuesday afternoon. It's gorgeous. We're supposed to have an executive committee meeting. I noticed there's something a little off. Get into the conference room. I noticed the CEO isn't there. And pretty soon I begin to hear what's going on. The upshot is the CEO's son on the Saturday prior to the day we met overdosed on drugs and passed away. So I am sitting there with them in this moment, CEO not present, although she did call in, with executives that have never navigated anything like this previously, and quite frankly are in shock because there's only 3 days between the time that this occurred and my meeting with them. So I immediately stepped into the calm in the storm, the calm in the desperation, the calm in the trauma of that moment. And, months of dealing with this company, trying to navigate them through the waters of a trauma such as this. How do you keep a company going when you have a trauma like this? And this is a multi-million-dollar company, and the CEO, for all intents and purposes, has just been taken out of the equation. This happens more often than we talk about. And one of the reasons I'm telling this story is because a third of you on this call today will have loved ones that are in addiction or alcohol or all kinds of things that are going on. And so that trauma transcends into COVID because COVID was a trauma moment also. What I want to share is that what they did not know for months at that time, because I didn't feel it was appropriate to share, but the same night that they lost their son, I witnessed my own son being arrested at the end of at gunpoint. So while her son passed away, I was going through a similar trauma of witnessing my own son's psychotic break, and due to drugs, and subsequently going to jail. It's been quite a journey to navigate it in the midst of COVID also. But the reason I tell you this story is because I want you to know that the things that I'm going to talk about today are truly embedded in my own experience, but also great research, great people that I have leaned on, great people that I have learned from, and a lot of personal development work. And so today really is about rising from the trauma and stepping into your own power. But I wanted to give you a window in because I don't want to just talk and not give you a background or a story that is relevant from my own personal experience and hopefully will touch you in your experience in transcending the trauma, but also including the lessons and all that's embedded in what we experienced individually and collectively since COVID took place last year. And we're still in it. And hopefully we've picked up more skills, but I believe that there's just more skills to pick up, more things to learn. And my hope for us today is that we understand that we are in control more than we give ourselves credit for. We really are more the captain of our own ship than we give ourselves credit for. And so we're going to step into some of the tools that informed and influenced my ability and my family's ability to work through what we've been experiencing. But also, this is what I work with all my clients on too, because At the beginning of every day, a human being walks in the door of a company first. You are all human beings first and foremost. And I don't care what people say, you bring your life with you. In my world, there is no differentiation between I got my personal life and it's over here, and now I've got my business life and it's over here. You walk in as a human being first. So we're going to give you the skills and some strategies today to rise up and continue to rise up and to continue to elevate that next best version of yourselves. Are you in? Give me a hands up. All right, awesome.